I'm not.
I don't think you would because you know me, the Prince.
The Prince.
Now, you know the Princess would invite me.
Now, which, there's a couple of princes.
That's what I want to see if you can get, Rick. Okay. You know one Prince. See, I didn't even shock you. Because one Prince, a little, think about who I'm talking. I'll give you an idea. C. I don't think you need much more than that. Okay. Tell me which Prince, tell them who I'm talking about.
He's talking about Prince Charles.
Yeah, now, Rick, what do you think he wants me to go over there and play golf with him for? You're not going to believe this, Rick.
The mental game, or?
Not as much. He's got that down. Ever since he got married, believe it or not, he's straightforward and shooting well. Okay. If you notice, he's had what? He's got one kid. Is he working on another one?
I don't know if they're having any kids at this point.
At this present, but I'll tell you, he can shoot straight as an arrow, and I tell you, they're all floating well.
Okay.
Anyway, what do we got over there that I keep seeing Bob with his hand up? Really? Bob, put your hand down, play with yourself, sit on it, do something. Make yourself look at you. Again, Ricky, duck one more time. Just like a deagle. And go ahead. Well, there's an alien.
Is that Bob throwing something at us?
Well, the alien, Bob. They're all, let me tell you something. You're lucky I signed for this fucking 2 years.
I look at him, he looks nervous back there.
Well, did you see him on the last one where it said Bo's Coffee's got to be all right? Somebody threw it up on the screen. He shit himself thinking I'd get mad and walk the out. Okay. I would never do that to these people, Ricky.
So what are you doing in England?
In England, I'm going over there with Prince Charles, and we're not only going to work on the mental side, because he's got that, we're actually going to work on my height.
And your height?
You're not going to believe what Prince Charles, my man, came up with a suggestion. He found out through a chiropractor, who I know, too, Dr. Cheech. Never says a fucking word. And he's not Frank, it's just a nickname. Yeah. Dr. Cheech never said a word to me playing golf. 40 years we've been together. He found something that he could stretch the spine, so naturally he thought of me first. He said, Doc, you want to be 5'8"? It's always been a dream.
Wow.
It has been a dream. Guess what? I'm going over to Europe and play golf. He said, by the time we start we start the first round, we start on the first hole. He said, by the 12th or 13th hole, I should be 5'8". Wow. And this is all through talking to another doctor. Right. This is amazing. I'm so happy. I can't wait to get over there.
Now, how do they do it?
Well, Rick, something about they suggest a lot of things to me, and they make me believe it.
So it's a mind thing.
He knew I helped him with the mind game here, so he thinks that, and he said, Frank, I watched it happen.
Speaking of golf, did you watch any of that? The combo with, I think it was Tiger, Tom Brady,
and did you see Philip tee that ball 350 yards? And he said, I think that might be by Tiger. It was. I'll tell you, they're both looking great, but having a good time. But Manning got a little game on him.
He does.
And sorry, Brady did have an eagle, but Brady, his swing looks the same since me and Rick were down over at St. Petersburg, wherever.
His game will get better once he's done football. You know what I mean?
Once he's done the football, right? See, they don't realize the other guy's done football. He can swing a little bit. Plus, look who he was playing with. No offense, Phil, again.
Right.
But he does get lessons, you know what I mean? But I'll be honest, because here he goes again, telling me we got to go into the next thing with the fucking alien. Brady had the eagle. Manning played some good golf. But again, Tiger and Phil playing some great golf.
Great to see them back out there.
And it's great to see them out there. It makes me feel like I want to go play. All right, I'm going to take us out on this one, okay? You don't mind, dude. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thanks again for watching the Doc and Rick, the Bo and Ricky Show. We love everybody on YouTube and Facebook. Please press subscribe, like, comment, share, tell your friends to come on, make fun of my height, say, look, I want you to get in every, one ball grab too. And please come back to visit us more often and often and often. And give us ideas on what you want us to talk about, because I just showed my foot size. Okay, Rick, I'm out. It's a little better, it's not that good. All right, anyway, it's the Doc, back with the Bo and Ricky Show. Let me explain something to you real quick. That is coming out, the Doc Show's coming out. I know you've been asking for it, but my first client that's going to be on there, and naturally is my best friend and my buddy that sits beside me in the show, is Rick. He's going to bring in some situations, but I got him right here, right now. We'll talk a little about stuff that's been bothering me, bothering him. Ricky, come on in here.
Yeah.
And I like where these guys got my home stable, man. My home stable. Okay, I know you just heard it. It was loud. It even shook both of my testicles, just to be nice here. Stay calm, stay in your seats. The Doc's got everything under control. Big Rick just went to the bathroom. The emergency lighting's coming on. The room will be dull, but we're going to go through this like nothing happened, okay? Work with me, people. Let's have some fun. Back to the Bo and Ricky Show. Nothing can stop entertainment. Right here, baby. The Philadelphia.
You know why I got this on today?
Flyers.
Flyers are coming back.
That's right. And guess what? We'll get enough to get, we'll get enough to get in there to get to the championship.
That's right.
That's what they were saying.
That's right.
I kind of like that. But that right there, that's where I'm from, baby. Rick, what I wanted to tell you, and I left you a message. And the message was, I got to tell them, I had a vision. People keep asking me where I get my insight from. And where the fame's coming from. People say to me, I wonder if it's they see me hanging with Jesus now. See, when you start hanging with popular people, they start getting around you, right? So I'm getting asked these questions.
Pretty popular.
Yeah. hi. Right now, at all time, hi. Religion, Rich, hold on, hit me again. Rick, religion. Religion's one of my pieces, and I'll tell you what, we're just getting into a little bit. I know you might want to move over the other stuff. We'll take it up right from here. Rick, they asking me why now I'm getting this. Hey, Doc. I get phone calls left on their emails. I get messages. Doc, what's your take on religion? I say, well, that's our big problem, is we're losing religion. We don't have it anymore. But they say, well, what's your take? That's right. That's bad. It's bad. What's your take? I said, well, if we were taught right, people would believe in it more. He said, what do you mean? How would you have done it, Doc? I said, simple. I would make this very understandable. Number one, you got a guy named Jesus. You got a 9-game. You know, God was married twice?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until I Googled it. See, we're not taught nothing. In the Bible, it says God was married twice. And you are made in the image of God.
Yeah. So,
how many men have been married twice?
Speaking of the Bible, I actually just started reading it. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I just started.
Tough book.
The first book is the book of Genesis.
Yes.
And, so Bo just said, you know how I would do it? I would do it so it's easy to understand.
Yes.
Let me tell you, when you start reading, and if you start reading Genesis, your head's going to spin. You might want to just close it because it's very difficult
deep, but
to read.
Don't close it.
And the names they use,
yes,
and what's going on there,
yes, it scares you.
It
pushes you back.
A lot of eye for an eye stuff, and
it's like, wait, how could he be that way?
Yeah,
but yet, if you really think about it, we are so deterred off of what really is going on. If first of all, he's not born even in a cold month. So we're already lied to. It's like, you know what? I'm going to do it, Ricky, because this is an older period of time. I hate this one. Right. Me and you would have got a lot more credit. Your father, my father, too. Rick. Santa Claus, this brick. This guy's a big fat. First of all, fat motherfucker coming down a chimney. Doesn't work out for me.
Right.
Can't work out. Right. Second, now we lived in a city, so you know what my mom said? Well, he came in from the front or he landed in the yard.
There, right.
He was on the roof.
We don't have a chimney.
Got a leak. We got a leak. The roof sucked itself.
We used to have a cardboard fireplace.
Where'd he come from? The carpet. He didn't break nothing over. Right? Now wait, I catch the motherfucker. Okay. Now watch how I change it. I look down at me and my sister. I'm 5 years old, right? I look down and I see my mom now all of a sudden there's 40 gifts from Santa Claus.
Saw her?
Yeah! There's 40 gifts from Santa Claus on the left and 1 gift from mommy and daddy on the right. And then they say, why don't you have any respect for your mother and father? Because Santa Claus gave me everything, like the Tooth Fairy, leave $50 a fucking tooth.
Right.
Now wait, Santa Claus comes. He puts you all these fucking. Now imagine if they would have did it this way to parents. There's 1 gift from Santa Claus, but the other gifts, your father and me and your mother worked overtime. Daddy went and did a little extra so you could have your butt, so that you guys could. No. And it's the same thing. Lose a tooth, $5. When I was a kid, it was a fucking quarter. You lose a mouth, so you get a car today. Okay? So these kids are like, you got the Tooth Fairy, you got Santa Claus, and then there's expressions.
Oh, wait, Rick. What about the Easter?
About Easter? Well, listen to the fucking name of it. I ever catch something hopping that big in the back of my yard, boom! You understand what I'm thinking? Because I'm saying that's definitely fucking violence. Or I'm getting robbed. Or it's the towers going back and ringing. I got one in a pool. The other thing I was just getting at was, where the fuck was I, Rick?
We were talking about
Rick,
Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy, that son of a bitch, right? Who's that fairy? You call him a Tooth Fairy. Right away, you gave him a fucking name. You're already discriminating against the guy. He only gives teeth out. You call him a fairy. Yeah. The other thing, wait, what else was I getting at?
Well, fairy's okay today.
Well, that's absolutely
fairy,
yeah. Well, everything's
fairy's fine today.
What confuses me is when we were young.
We're not offending anyone.
Not
at all. If you want to be a fairy, that's fine.
Fuck, who cares? But I don't know about broadcasting because then you got problems with other people. We're talking about us,
Right.
But there is the thing that when we were younger, there was bisexuality. Nothing wrong with that. Right. Then there was you can get the dick taken off and you can get the vagina put on. That kind of fucked with me a little bit, Rick, in the late '80s. But more recently is the trans thing and all of that, where you could have the dick and the pussy. So theoretically, you can really yourself here.
That's right.
Literally, Ricky. But I'm thinking this now. We might be onto something really good. Because number one, taxes go down.
And why is that?
Because unless they want to change things, because you yourself, you can yourself. You go to work just for you. You're going to eventually be able to make you have your own kid. So if you think about this, you don't leave the fucking crib.
Now, you think he's talking like
bullshit.
BS.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm not.
But that could really happen.
It happened, Rick.
That could
We're
really
just
happen.
not exposing it yet, but it's there.
You could have your own baby. One person could do both parts.
We already had a man hold it. And it was on all over YouTube. Yeah. They probably forgot it by now. But we had the man just hold it. We had everything put in it. So 98.6, it's an incubator, bro. So we got guys having babies. That fucks me up. Just the thought of me and you, 51 and 54, having a conversation, that if we would have had this on the corner in
Philadelphia with the Flyers. Any of the Flyers back in the Broad Street Bullies, if you will. The Broad Street Bullies, if you will.
Right.
If we would have said that there, they would have kicked the shit out of us.
That's
saying,
right.
You're retarded. Why would you say something again? Now we're actually like...
But that worked.
Yes, that worked real good. It did, because we were better people, I think. We had more fun. Do you remember when you could go out and play chink on the side of a wall and bang on somebody's door all night long while you ain't saying nothing, Rick, because you were kids up the street, they could find where you were, and you were doing nothing but having fun, you were protecting the neighborhood.
And if you did happen to hit a window or do something stupid, they would just yell, hey, knock it off.
And you
or
knocked
whatever.
up, you apologized. If you broke something, you's all chipped in. Today, you can't find that anywhere. You can't even
what
find the
they
kids
do
that
is
play
they
game.
send what they do is they send a lawsuit to the house for $500,000.
With a picture
You
of the
broke
kid.
a window.
With a picture of the kid. Like, this is the kid that we're representing, Bob Dilsher. I don't know if that's his name, Bob, if that's you, you didn't do a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean. It's a crazy world, Ricky.